You're watching YurView.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. It is Friday afternoon, and we are just getting rolling here on Kaplan and Crew. Welcome back into the 7 Mile Casino studios. 7 Mile Casino, just minutes from downtown San Diego, open and ready for you with great food and terrific people and awesome table games. And again, what a location, just minutes from downtown San Diego, 7 Mile Casino and 7milecasino.com. It's Friday. We're just getting going. I feel like we've had a monster week. I definitely feel like I need the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to today's show. So listen, got a lot on my mind today. I'll tell you right now, Padres hitting the road, Dodgers on their way home, Lakers who still without their stars can't buy a win against a quality team. I'll get into some of that stuff as the day goes on, and a whole bunch of other things that I really want to get to today. So just getting started, just getting on the air, whether you're listening on 1090 on radio or you are watching on YouTube. Yo, YouTubers, let me say something to the YouTubers. Yes, I'm talking to all the YouTubers, especially those of you who are just coming on right now and you're getting involved in the YouTube chat. I love you guys, man. I just freaking love you guys. And I love it when you guys send me tweets at the very end of the show, because you know now that when we go off radio, that's one thing. But when we finish up on podcast, that's the uncensored portion of the show. So the last 5 minutes of the show every day is a bunch of mother effers and a bunch of curse words. And it's not just for effect. It's just because that's the way we talk when we're not on mic. But in this case, we are. So we go uncensored at the end of the podcast. Love all you YouTubers out there. And again, podcast listeners, over the weekend, you're catching up. Hit me with a tweet at Scott Kaplan. Let me know you're out there. Let me know you're listening. Let me know what day it is and what day you're catching up on. So for everybody, you know how to get a hold of us. We're like the easiest people on the planet to get a hold of. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Cited, YouTube, every audio podcast platform, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, Amazon Music. Seriously, like we are the easiest people on the planet to find because we're freaking everywhere. Wherever you are, that's where we are. So let me say good afternoon to mi hermano numero uno grande, Alejandro Padilla. He's repping the 805, Oxnard, California's favorite son, Ventura County, California, in La Casa. It's Friday. He's been double vaccinated. He battled the second dose. He's up, rising from the ashes. Ladies and gentlemen, grande. Hola, ¿cómo está?
I'm doing fantastic, and I want you guys to remind me when Browner's done with the hit list, it's my turn to take us to a place that we didn't talk about. Because Charles Barkley made his return to Inside the NBA last night, and he was on fire, and we need to play those clips to start the show. Trust me.
Okay.
Secondly, in the brochure when you get a dog, they don't tell you your dog does not care when you are asleep. They don't tell you that. My dog today, 3 a.m, wide awake, wants to play. 3 a.m, wide awake. And I'm like, no, not having it. I like opened the bedroom door. I'm like, go do your thing. Go do your thing. Like, I don't care what you chew up in the house. It's 3 a.m. I ain't playing with you. And she didn't do anything. I don't know what she did because I passed out again. 5 a.m. All right, mofo, you're getting up now. Literally like nibbling on my finger in my bed as just trying to get me up. And at 5 a.m., I'm like, okay, this is super early for me, but I'm down to do it. Dude, we're walking Balboa Park, 5:30 in the morning. No one out there, me and her. Not a single soul out there except squirrels and us. They don't tell you this stuff when you get a dog. And I just want to let the great friends know, if you're planning on getting a dog like so many people my age have during the pandemic, be prepared, man. These puppies, they don't care about your schedule. They just want to be entertained when they're ready to be entertained. That's my morning.
I feel you, man. I feel you. You know, my daughter, who's 14, is bugging me. She wants another dog. You know, she wants a cat. I told her no cats. Cats definitely out. No
My fiance
cats.
wants a
No
cat
cats.
so bad. And I'm like, nope, don't do that.
No cats. No cats. I'm out on cats. It's not that I don't like cats. It's not like I'm anti-cat. I just don't want any cats. I've had cats, don't want cats.
I'm
There's one thing I
anti-cat.
can tell you about it. Let me tell you one thing about a cat. If a cat pees in your house on your rug, your carpet, your furniture, anything. Your bed, if a cat pees in your house, you have no idea the ammonia smell, and it just blasts through your head. Cat pee is the worst smell, just a horrible smell. And so I'm out on cats. I'm out. Somebody has a cat, I'll pet the cat. I don't mind petting the cat. Oh, you won't even pet the cat, huh?
I hate cats, dude. I have no allergies to cats. I have no fear of cats. I just find them useless as a house pet. Because in the wild, cats kill more wild animals per capita than any animal in the world. Cats are murderers. Yeah. Cats kill more animals in the wild per capita than any other animal in the world. Lions, more than them. Sharks, more than them. Whatever other animal eats other animals, cats kill more animals than they do.
Really?
They're hunters.
Statistics to prove this. Is that right? And
yes.
you really, because I feel like you just made that all up, and you almost sold me on it. By the way, per capita, this is the phraseology that got me.
This is a 100% Padilla fact that you can Google, and it is accurate.
Okay.
No, it's accurate.
Okay.
A Padilla fact is like a stamp of like you look that up.
Got it. Okay, because I didn't know if a Padilla fact was a lot like the fact of this young man that's coming up.
Oh no,
because his facts. Okay, these are different because then there's Browner facts, and Browner facts are like fake news. You know what I mean?
Alternative.
Ladies and gentlemen, right here he is. You wanted him, you got him. People love him. You know what somebody told me yesterday? You know what? I'll save this piece of commentary for a little bit later on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you what somebody called me about Browner yesterday. Let me say good afternoon to a man who's 6'7" tall, twisted steel, sex appeal, big sacks, Big Macs. You know he's the ultimate hot take machine, and the ladies know him as the Brown Saw. He's bringing the street cred from the 7 Mile Casino podcast shed. He's repping the south side of Chicago, and he's bringing the Friday hit list. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Big Brown in the house. JB, John Browner.
I can't decide if I want to do humor or if I want to do anger for the hit list.
Humor. It's Friday.
Yeah, humor.
Okay,
Come on,
so
man.
since it's humor,
don't bother me with anger. Yeah,
soccer fans, I'm trying to join, man. I really am. I'm trying to get excited. I'm trying to find a reason to like lock in with y'all so I can, understand the thrill and the energy of soccer. These 1-0 games. Like I'm trying to get the terminology. Y'all saw me on the soccer field. I can get the job done.
Horrible.
But what I got to tell y'all, when I see stuff like this, I can't get with y'all. Come on, dog. Like he don't know whether to go down or to fight this guy. Like, so when the ball hits him, he's thinking, oh, I'm in soccer mode. I'm thinking like a soccer player. I need to dive now. I need to go down and get this penalty. Then he realized, wait a minute. This random dude just hit me with this ball. I'm going to whoop your ass, dude. What's your problem? Look at him. Wait, fake. Oh, wait. No. Hey, bro. Like, come on, man. I can't get with y'all if this is how we acting, okay? I just can't do it. Y'all gonna have to do better than this. You gotta fake better, man. You gotta fake better or just start slapping people. Come on, soccer.
Before we even backstory it, let me just say to everybody who's listening on radio and podcast, who's not seeing the video that Alex is rolling in, those of you on YouTube, and possibly tonight watching on television between 7 and 8 p.m. on Channel 4 San Diego and Santa Barbara, 118 Orange County, and Palos Verdes. Well, yeah, give me some backstory because we're watching the video. Browner's describing it, and those of you that are out there on radio are like, what the hell are you guys looking at?
Backstory, this is a Europa game yesterday between Ajax and Roma. This player plays for Rome, Italy.
Like the little thing that cleans up the floor?
No, that's a Roomba.
Oh.
But close. This player plays for Roma, and they were up 2-1. And there was like, in soccer, they do stoppage time after the 90 minutes. The ref's like, oh, well, maybe we'll play 3 minutes. I hate that, but that's what they do. So he was trying to waste time as he was chasing the ball because they were winning and they had like 90 seconds to go. And they're playing at Ajax, which is Netherlands. And this ball boy was like, hurry up, bro. And he chucks the ball at him, like, hurry up. Now, if you know soccer, sometimes the ball boys can play a big part in the game because if they're at home and you need the ball back quickly, the ball boys will run to the ball and throw it to the player as fast as they possibly can. I've seen ball boys lay on a ball, and Cristiano Ronaldo actually kicked the ball out of the bottom of a kid once. So what happened yesterday was that this ball boy was tired of the Roma player taking forever, and he threw the ball straight in his face. But what Browner's saying, I mean, that's a very Italian thing to do, Browner. The faking is a heavy part of the Italian and Spanish game. More Italian than anything.
Well, but it's like flopping in the NBA.
No.
You know? I mean,
No,
it
don't
is.
do that to the NBA.
Yeah,
Dude,
what do you mean don't do that
they
to the NBA?
implemented an anti-flop fine because there was so much flopping in the NBA.
Listen, my
Dude,
problem.
guys flop all the time. I mean, I saw LeBron flop. I mean, listen, Shaq would occasionally flop, and Shaq would go, "I take
Listen,
that
listen.
personally."
We all know LaQueen flop all the time.
No, you've called him LaFlop before. So don't
Right.
say that there's no flopping in the NBA. When the NBA has to implement a fine rule, there's plenty of flopping happening in the NBA.
The problem is the way this gentleman took that ball off the chest.
Maybe he was
and
surprised.
just almost laid down like somebody kicked him in the chest.
Let me watch
play
the video
one more
again. I'm gonna walk you through it here. For those of you that are listening, for those that are watching, you're going to be able to play along here. But here it goes. Soccer player is running after the ball, okay? And he's going to pick up the ball on the ground. But the ball boy in the stands throws the ball and hits him in the chest, okay? And the soccer player responds like as if he's been shot at point blank range, like, oh, it hurts so
But it got him in the
bad."
chin, man.
It didn't get him in the chin. It
Come
hit him in the
on.
chest.
Hit him in the chin.
Let me see. Let me
Right,
see this.
look at
again. It
that.
didn't hit him. It's a chest
Stop
shot, dude.
it.
Okay, maybe a little
Come
bit
on,
on the
y'all are
face. Maybe a
haters.
little bit. No, I'm not a hater. I'm actually a defender.
No,
I'm
listen,
actually a
I don't
defender.
defend the flopping in soccer either. But it's not. Here's the problem. Is that there's people like Browner that don't watch soccer on the regular, and when they see clips, it's sometimes a lot of these clips, like these flopping clips that just go viral. But you don't. If you watch a game on the regular, it's not like some prevalent thing.
This is as bad as that video when that guy touched the coach's throat and he was like, Same video.
Yeah. No, so there's
I know what you're
definitely
talking about.
flopping in soccer, but there's flopping in the NBA. So
Not like this.
Tons of flopping.
Stop.
Dude,
Tons
there's
of flopping.
Listen, there's flopping in football. In NFL football, guys are always trying to find a way to get the referee to give a penalty. You know, oh, didn't you see what he did to me? I mean, it's flopping and acting. It happens. It's true in soccer. It always looks ridiculous because like a guy's like down writhing in pain. Oh my God, my leg broke. You know, and then they're like, get up. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm fine.
Bro, they
2
put
seconds
people
later.
on stretchers in soccer and carry them off the field like it's war.
I haven't seen that in so long, but they do that. Yes.
Yeah. They're like, get his piece of crap up and get him off the
Last
field.
time I
Let's
saw
go.
it
Let's
is
play
because
the
a
game.
dude fractured his skull, but
Oh, that's different.
Did
That's
he
a
get
little
off the
different.
stretcher and run back in?
no, he went to the hospital and hasn't played since. But see, like I try to defend soccer because Browner only watches clips. He doesn't watch the game. I literally watch the game.
Listen, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying
The
to
way
get
you're
with y'all,
defending the
bruh.
NBA
No, you're
with the
not.
flopping is the way I'm defending soccer.
I'm
with
I'm
what you're
trying to
saying.
get with y'all, bruh. That's not helping.
You ain't
Okay,
you
well,
ain't trying to get with nobody, bruh.
check out this transition.
You're watching clips, bruh.
Check out this transition, bruh.
Go ahead.
Because I
Go
told
ahead,
you guys I
bruh.
wanted to start with Charles Barkley because he made
Yeah.
his return to NBA on TNT last night, and
Where's he been?
CBS March Madness stuff.
So then he gets
Oh,
2 weeks
oh.
off.
And then he took 2 weeks off or a week
Oh,
off,
okay.
whatever it was.
Mhm.
So Shaq was there, Kenny was there, Chuck was there, and it was Kevin Frazier hosting instead of Ernie
Oh.
yesterday.
Oh.
And Chuck had 2 soccer comments last night. 2. I'm going to play the first one. Let me play the third one first. This is where he's talking about
But he
soccer.
had 2. Now you're playing the third?
We have 3 total clips, but 2 were about
Oh.
soccer. One was about the
Oh, okay.
Clippers that made me almost pee myself. It was so funny.
Okay.
Here's the
Go ahead.
third clip that Chuck talking about soccer.
He also is a soccer fan and drives a minivan, so I'm into Jimmy Butler. I just want to throw that out.
Everybody should be a hockey fan.
Soccer.
Oh, you said soccer?
I said
I'm not into soccer. Any sport America sucks at, I can't get into it.
Well, the Bucks in Dallas and Luka Doncic.
I'm sorry, I apologize to the women. They're great.
So that was the first soccer
Mm.
comment.
Mhm.
Then he also had another kind of soccer comment where he's talking about if an NBA team sucks, what they should do with them.
Man, let me tell you something. We should do like they do in soccer. Regulate teams that stink.
Relegate.
These teams should be regulated to the G League.
Relegate.
Relegate. They should be
Regulated.
Relegated.
We could regulate the
That's
situation and relegate.
That's not
that.
Auburn University.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's terrible.
Chuck was trying to say we
Terrible.
should regulate or relegate teams that are terrible. And he said,
Man, we should
regulate.
regulate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
I can
That's
relate to that
awesome.
mistake. It happens.
I actually love that idea for all American sports, but I know that'll never happen. But
Relegate him
What
to
was
where?
the third?
Where the Kings gonna go?
Well,
The
he
G
said
League.
to the G League.
Bro, the G League played 20 games a year.
like I said, I know it's never going to happen in the NBA, but whatever.
Right.
That's not my
Right.
point. This is the clip that I wanted to play because it was funny.
Charles Barkley really said the Clippers weren't contenders.
Well, let me tell you something, Manuel. I've been poor, I've been rich, I've been fat, I've been skinny, I've been old, I've been in the Hall of Fame, and one thing I can always tell you, the Clippers have always sucked.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like we can sit here and talk all day about their roster. We can talk about Boogie Cousins being brought in. We can talk about anything you want to about the Clippers. But what Charles said is right. The Clippers, for as many times as they've had teams that were supposed to be championship contenders or were significantly better than the Lakers, they still could never get the job done. They can't
pass the second
not
round.
only can they Browner, please, what is that face? Are we wrong? Have the Clippers won an NBA title? Did I miss it?
I have never, and I'm going to repeat this, never, other than last year, heard them favored to win the title. Never, ever. In my almost 40 years of life, the Clippers have never started the season as the NBA title favorite, other than
Okay.
last year, which they flamed out.
So who said that they were?
That's what you just said.
No, I'm saying that for their entire time when they've been better than the Lakers or favored to win the conference or expected to get to somewhere, they've never, ever been able to
Pass the
get
second
anywhere
round.
near what expectations might have been at that time. And I don't know, you can change owners, you can change coaches, you can change superstar players, but the facts remain the same. The Clippers are to the NBA what the Chargers are to the NFL. And maybe eventually, if Steve Ballmer builds his own arena, which they say he's going to do right next to SoFi Stadium, and if the Clippers have their own space and their own home, and they decide to somehow market better, and listen, there's a lot of people in LA, a lot of people. So, there's opportunity.
If there's a basketball god, the Clippers will play the Lakers in the first round. If that person exists, the Clippers will play the Lakers in the first round. I hope so. I am holding my breath for that. I want that. So we can just squash all this.
Squash
I really
what?
do.
So
'Cause
a
if they beat the- if they beat the
round,
Lakers
a first
with
round
a-
victory. Now all of a sudden they're the team of LA.
I didn't say any of that. If
Why
they
does it
beat
matter?
if they beat the Lakers in the first round with a healthy Andre Drummond, with a healthy LeBron James, with a healthy Anthony Davis, and a greedy Dennis Schroeder, talk to me. I mean,
I
if Marcus
like how we're
decides
talking
to show
about the
up,
general scope of the Clippers, and he has to like zero in on one season right now.
listen.
Well, look, here's what I'd say. I'd say yesterday when I saw that LeBron posted on Instagram a picture of him and Anthony Davis, and he had this, I would call it somewhat cryptic message like, hey, get ready. The storm is coming. The thunderstorms are on their way. And, I think people took 2 and 2 and they're like, oh, wait a second. Maybe Anthony Davis and LeBron are like close to coming back. I mean, LeBron is traveling with the team. Last week when I was on the radio in LA, I was like, so how come Anthony Davis goes to the games and LeBron doesn't? And of course, you can't say anything about LeBron. Like if you say, just if you question anything about LeBron in LA, like everybody is so petrified of him and his organization that they're like, no, it's fine. If LeBron doesn't want to go to the games, it's fine. He doesn't have to go. Why does he have to go? I'm like, because he's the leader of the team and
Which game
should
did he
be
not go
there
to?
to support. I know it was last week.
Bro,
They
LeBron
were-
had a glass of wine on the bench when he was hurt. Nobody, like, come on, bro.
I mean, dude, I'm just saying, like, what? And so they're like, no. Why do you got to be on LeBron for not being? I'm like, he's the captain of the team. It's his team. Those are his guys. So whether he's there coaching, whether he's there encouraging, he should just be at these games. I'm not saying he's not home getting treatment, getting massage therapy, his chef. I don't know. He's probably doing everything he can to hustle back as quickly as he can. I'm just saying he should probably be on the bench, especially when the games are at home.
I had a buddy
of
text me
course,
the opposite yesterday. I had a buddy text
What'd
me,
he say?
why the hell is LeBron there? Why is Anthony Davis there?
Yeah.
Why are they flying?
Mhm.
Be in LA, recover. I had a buddy text me the exact opposite, and I kind of agree. Like, why
How
are
do
they
these-
traveling?
How do these people think recovery works? They think they're just sitting somewhere 12 hours a day
Yes.
rehabbing?
No, they probably think that while the Lakers are on the road, there's probably an ample number of doctors and PTs and massage therapists and whatever who are still in LA that can work on injured superstars. And by the way, even if the team wasn't doing it, they would have their own private people, to take care of them. So that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny that your friend had the opposite thought.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know what? In the bubble, though, their chemistry was such a big thing for the Lakers because they all seemed to get along, whereas the Clippers all hated each other. But there's no bubble this year, so I'm kind of cool with them not traveling too. Like, I don't see a point.
All right, listen, let me get us rolling here. It's a beer Friday. It's going to be awesome. And by the way, this is our first non-alcoholic beer. We'll talk about that coming up. It's Beer Friday here on Kaplan and Crew. And this is the first time ever we're going with a non-alcoholic beer, but really built for athletes. So stick around. Beer Friday.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Arash Markazi here, inviting you to catch my show, The Arash Markazi Show, on the mightier 1090. We are on every Monday through Friday from noon to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Join me and producer extraordinaire G. Wiley, where we chop up Los Angeles sports and try not to piss too many people off.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More as we celebrate the many accomplishments of women during Women's History Month.
Doing More, Sunday and Monday night on YurView. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
City in Motion is brought to you by McDonald's. Stop by your local participating McDonald's now through April 25th and make a donation, or visit walkforkids.org to support.
Hi, I'm Vince Bryson, CEO of Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California. Welcome to the 2020 Virtual Walk for Kids.
The little coronavirus pandemic will not stop our show because we are still going to walk for these kids.
You guys want to do the Walk for Kids virtually this year?
Yeah! Today is Walk for Kids, you guys, virtually, so we love it, love it, love it.
Let's get this walk started.
We are going to start, so I'm going to be walking around my backyard.
Doing the 5K walk. We're here in front of the beautiful Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
So we are getting ready to do lap 3.
We're here to send our support.
I love the excitement. I love the energy. Let's keep it going.
If you want to know the reason why I'm walking, it's because I care about the kids and the families that stay at our house.
I walk for the Los Angeles Ronald McDonald House for kids like me, so they can have a place to call their home away from home.
To me, the Ronald McDonald House means love, care, hope, and support.
The families and children of RMHC need our help and support now more than ever. So thank you for joining our virtual walk and continuing to support our Ronald McDonald House even during these difficult times.
Thank you so much for coming together, for showing that we can unite and be together even though we're not at our respective locations.
Thank you for participating in this virtual walk.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your help and support, and stay well.
Ronald McDonald House Charities of SoCal gives families with sick kids the best medicine, each other. Stop by your local McDonald's today and make a donation or visit walkforkids.org to support. City in Motion, highlighting great things in our community like Ronald McDonald House Charities. Give families with sick kids the best medicine, each other.
Pete Gray here, inviting you to catch my show, Let's Talk Hookup, every Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. For over 30 years, we've been the voice of the fishing community for Southern California, and so glad to be back on the big stick.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
Are you living in an underserved community and facing adversity? Do you have a desire to start or grow your own business? San Diego State University's Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurial Studies, and community partners invite you to participate in our Community Bootcamp. The bootcamp provides intense, hands-on exposure to the fundamentals of launching and growing a successful venture. Register today at leadershipcentersw.org.
We have a term for typical cheese-filled, grease-covered, regret-inducing takeout. That's why dinner from El Pollo Loco is always fire-grilled, freshly prepared, feel-good food. The $20 Familia Dinner from El Pollo Loco.
Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More as we celebrate the many accomplishments of women during Women's History Month.
Doing More, Sunday and Monday night on YurView. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives.
Adios, love handles.
Adios, couch.
Adios, Quarantine 15.
Say adios to the quarantine bod with Pollo Fit Bowls, made with fire-grilled chicken and organic super greens from El Pollo Loco.
Kaplan and Crew tonight presents Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, this is Pete Gray with this week's Fish Report, and wind's still a problem this week, but some boats went out to Catalina. There was some live squid available for sale and to be caught, but a few sea bass and yellowtail being caught, but still, the consistent thing is that Coronado Island's yellowtail bite down with the San Diego on the yo-yo iron. Now the Searcher long-range boat out of Fisherman's Landing is doing full-day trips, filling in for the Liberty temporarily, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you want to ride a luxury long-range boat out of Fisherman's Landing, jump aboard the Searcher this next weekend. Down in Baja, that's the place to be at Rancho Leonero. 80-degree temps, cold beer, and yellowtail, yellowfin tuna, and roosterfish being caught. Sounds good to me. I think I better go. Anyway, this weekend, tune in to Let's Talk Hookup, Saturday and Sunday morning, 7 and 9 a.m. Going to have a great couple of shows. And thanks for that, Scotty and the gang, and we'll see you next week.
Let's Talk Hookup airs on Mightier 1090, Saturday and Sundays, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Attention, all dogs, cats, horses, tortoises, birds, pigs, and all other pets. Get your family members to sit, stay, and watch Animal Zone every Saturday at 9 p.m. right here on this channel and at animalzone.org.
Tune in Saturdays at 9 p.m. to watch Animal Zone right here on YurView.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight. Powered by the mightier 1090 and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Hey, everybody, it is Beer Friday here on Kaplan and Crew. We welcome you back into the 7 Mile Casino studios, and it's Beer Friday, man. Beer Friday being brought to us by our friends at Torrey Holistics. But, now today we're going to try something totally new, dude. We're going to try something totally new. Non-alcoholic beer. So every week we talk about these beers. We learn about, what category they're in, how heavy they are, how much alcohol content they have. But this week, we're going to meet a founder of a brew that has no alcohol, or is like a little teeny tiny bit, but like an alcohol-free beer. Alex, you ever drink beer that does not have alcohol in it?
I think Bill's probably heard this a million times. My only experience with non-alcoholic beer is O'Doul's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like a sip. I've never actually sat down and drank a full bottle of it.
Yeah. O'Doul's is the beer that my buddies who quit drinking drink.
Exactly.
I
had uncles that were told by doctors, do not drink anymore.
Yeah.
And they started drinking O'Doul's.
Yeah. How about you, Browner? You ever drink a non-alcoholic beer?
Bro, I thought Zima was a non-alcoholic beer. So that's gonna give you all the answers I got.
Yeah. All right. Well, very good. Hey, it's Beer Friday. It's presented by Torrey Holistics. Make sure when you go to Torrey Holistics, you save 20% when you use our promo code, which right now, and by the way, whenever you're watching this, the promo code may have changed. So if this is 6 months from now, the promo code may have changed. But for now, real time, the promo code is surplus. You'll save 20% when you visit Torrey Holistics. All right, let's meet this gentleman right here. His name is Bill Shufelt. He is the co-founder of Athletic Brewing. Athletic Brewing. This is cool, man. Hey, Bill, welcome, man. How are you?
Hey, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. And like you guys said, I also had never thought about non-alcoholic beer except for making fun of it before I was literally in the business of non-alcoholic beer. So you're definitely not alone. And non-alcoholic beer has always had a well-deserved stigma, and there's very little attention paid to it. And yeah, we're on a mission to change that and really make it like beer for the modern adult.
Okay, so start us off with how you got into the beer and the non-alcoholic beer biz.
And why?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. And yeah, why is definitely an eye-opener. I was just a totally normal guy, my late 20s, huge sports fan, active, serious day job in the financial world. But I like to wake up at 5 o'clock, feel good all day, be sharp at work, not fight hangovers. But I was also like a huge craft beer, huge foodie. I loved going out with my friends, family, sports bars, weddings, beaches, everything. And like all those occasions involved alcohol. But then I'd still want to wake up early, work out, and feel good at work. And like there was a point in my life where it was definitely alcohol was kind of inconsistent with all those other things, and that were kind of performance driven and eating healthier, working out more. But I wanted to do all those things, like attend sports bars and all the fun stuff. And so I stopped drinking and immediately felt like I was in the penalty box. And I was like still at all those places, going on bachelor parties, going to work dinners, everything. And I'd have like a club soda in my hand, or I'd have a beer in my hand that I'd turn the label to like hide what it was. And I just felt like I was totally missing out for making a pretty positive, normal choice. And so I like actually started trying to order not good non-alcoholic beer and research it. And I was like, oh my goodness, like 50% of the adult population doesn't really drink, but also there's just not an alternative too. And if you look overseas, everywhere else in the world, non-alcoholic beer is enormous. It's like 5 to 15% of every European country's beer market. And as the average worldwide is like 7% of the beer market. And so before I knew it, I was like 2 years into researching this, had such a potential for economic impact plus inclusivity into the beer world. And before I knew it, I was quitting my day job and working on non-alcoholic beer full time, which totally blew my mind. But it's been an incredible ride ever since.
It's so funny you say that, though, because it sounds to me like you decided, hey, you know what? I don't really want to drink anymore because I like to wake up early, run, ride, swim, whatever it is that you're doing, Sounds like you're an endurance athlete, and I don't want to drink and then not feel good the next morning. So I'm giving up booze. So I go out with my friends and they're all drinking and I'm having a club soda. You know how many times I've had like a cranberry juice, you know, and people are like, what are you drinking? I'm like, vodka cranberry, because I don't want people to know that I'm not drinking. Like, wait, what's wrong with you? It's like, I don't want to right now. I'm training. I happen to be, and I don't want to drink. So are you now a guy who goes to those same places with all your friends and orders a non-alcoholic beer rather than a club soda with a little cranberry or something that looks like a drink? You'll actually drink non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah. I mean, so before we started this company, I went on probably like 7 bachelor parties and was just like suffering through the options and was totally in the same boat. And like all these occasions, be it anything from a work dinner to those occasions, there was nothing for me. And I actually also, like, a big part of my realization too is that like the beer at wine and spirits world does such a good job at meeting like the Friday and Saturday night occasions, and for a good percentage of people. And like, we don't want to do anything to take that away, or we're not prohibitionists. We're not standing on a soapbox. Like, the beer world is incredible, and what it stands for is amazing in the world. And it really is such a charitable, great community. And it's such good social occasions. But like 50% of adults don't really drink, and we want to include them in that awesome world and feel good in doing so. So
have you ever had to pretend to be drunk so people can stop offering you drinks?
No, definitely not. I've definitely been on the other side of it. But yeah,
you're like the full-time designated driver now.
Yeah. Well, I will say it is really nice to be able to sneak out of anything you want at any time, hop in your car and just take off. Like
Irish goodbye.
Yeah. At like a wedding or anywhere you are, you don't have to deal with an Uber or Subway or anything. You just can get in your car and zip home.
Because you didn't drink.
Yeah. But like the word sober is so outdated too. Like, yes, some people don't drink at all anytime, but like most people are sober 6 days a week. And like the options of what you can drink with like your tacos or your pizza on any given night are so limited. And these are really, we like to say, beer for the modern adult. Like, beer you can have anytime, anywhere. They're super light in calories, and it just kind of fits in modern life pretty easily.
You might be talking to me with that last comment, and because I legitimately never drink Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If I do, it's Friday, Saturday, and maybe Sunday if I go to like watch a soccer game somewhere. But I've never, because, and there's so much beer in my fridge because I buy it for the weekend, don't drink it, and it's just sitting there all week. And I never even think about cracking one open with dinner because I don't want alcohol.
Yeah. That's what I always challenge people. If you put a 6-pack of like our Run Wild in your fridge, I guarantee it'll be gone by the time like 7 days rolls around from whenever you put it in.
Run Wild. Hold on. Let me take a look. Oh, I've got the Run Wild right here. Let's taste one of these non-alcoholic beers, and then let's keep going with the story, because this is Bill Shufelt. He is the co-founder of Athletic Brewing, which is right here in San Diego.
Are we starting with Run Wild?
Yeah, let's start with Run Wild.
That's the one I dropped, of course.
Oh, man.
It started with Run Wild or Upside Down. Anything's good. So that's so I do want to give a shout out to our co-founder, John, who's really the brewing talent behind the team. The two of us both quit our jobs to do this full time and homebrewed in an empty warehouse for a year, just to like come up with a totally different way to make non-alcoholic beer, different than it's ever been made before. And yeah, Run Wild is our take on just a classic West Coast approachable IPA, not a total hop bomb, but like really just like the perfect sessionable beer is what we're going for.
Alex, what do you think of the taste of this beer? Because there's no alcohol, right? And I'm not an IPA drinker, Bill, and I've learned this over the many, many Beer Friday guests that we've had. So I'm just curious, as someone who does drink IPAs, if you had this in your refrigerator and you didn't want to drink alcohol, but you wanted the taste of beer to go with dinner, how does this work for you?
This tastes just like you said, like a West Coast IPA, except, you know, when you drink an IPA, the aftertaste is the super hoppy, like aromatic taste that you're supposed to get. That's not really all that there, but the initial drinks, you're like, this is a legitimate IPA. This is really good.
That's what I like about what I've already tasted, is that it doesn't have all of that bitterness and all of that aftertaste. I like the fact that you get the initial taste and then you don't have to deal with what I don't like about IPAs. Browner, what do you think about this? So you're still sipping on it?
Well, I was expecting this to be the first nasty thing I drank on the show for Beer Friday. But this tastes like every other IPA. Not every other IPA, but because I'm not a fan of the IPA either. This tastes just like a regular IPA. So the preconceived notion I had of this, that it would taste like something because there's no being drunk at the end. There's no reward in drinking it. So what the hell am I doing? But this is really good. This tastes like an average IPA. So hats off to you, man. You mastered the
thank
taste.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
John said when we were homebrewing, he was like, we are never going to market unless this is really good craft beer, not just good non-alcoholic beer. And John had won awards, GABF medals in the US and World Beer Cup medals internationally before joining up on this. And yeah, the goal was on that beer to make something super approachable, not with like a huge hop kick on the back end. We do have a lot of other beers that are like 70, 80 plus IBUs. That's definitely more like 30, 40 IBUs to be super approachable. And you can pair it with any kind of
Did I
food
read that you guys
too.
have like 30 beers on tap at any given moment?
So we sold over 30 beers last year. At retail, we typically have like 4 beers at any given time. And then on our e-commerce, I think this week we have 9 beers listed online on our e-commerce channel too. So e-commerce is kind of like our tap room where like we just rotate through beers, pilot beers, fun stuff on there too.
You know what I really like about the cans, and I know this is going to sound nitpicky, but like a lot of times breweries, they have the silver cans and then they put like a wrapping around them. I really like that this just doesn't look like that at all. Like this is just, it doesn't seem like that anyway. I really like the can.
Yeah, they're pre-printed. It's cheaper to do in large quantities that way for sure. It's much easier on the canning line if they're printed ahead of time.
Let me tell everybody, Alex, I just want to reintroduce Bill Shufelt. He is the co-founder of Athletic Brewing. They're here in San Diego, and they produce non-alcoholic beer so that if you don't want the alcohol, but you still want the beer sensation, it's really, I mean, I can't believe the IPA tastes like just like a regular IPA.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Bill, I don't mean this as an insult at all, but do you think you're ahead of the game because most people only know O'Doul's and it's terrible? And that way, like, you, even though you went above and beyond that, like just from the first taste of this, do you feel like the bar is so low for non-alcoholic beers that you guys just came in and like smashed it?
So it's funny. It's like, the idea for the company was totally out of consumer pain, and I was the consumer. And the more I asked people, there was just nothing out there. And people, no matter how much, some of our biggest customers are also huge drinkers who just drink our beer during the week too. And I think, so like the whole grocery store, if you picture like what the grocery store looked like when we were young, and then what has happened over the past 25, 30 years, it's all organic. There's all sorts of plant-based things. There's 2 or 3 exciting brands in each category that are all like, most of the brands in the grocery store, I would guess, are less than 10 years old, honestly. And there was this one corner of the world where there's just a dusty old corner that hadn't had a new product in 25 years. And it was in the back of every bar, fridge, collecting dust. And I think it was caught in this vicious circle where there was no sales, so there was no R&D, so there was no marketing, and it was just like stuck in this loop. And we were asking people who are outside of the brewing world, like, are you interested in this? Like, if we could make a good IPA that was half the calories and no alcohol, like, would you be interested? And so 55% of people said in our surveys on average that they would drink that, where the category was 0.3% of the beer world. And we were like, there's just an enormous gap there that we have to go into.
What was the hardest part about bringing this to market? Because obviously there are some unseen things that you don't anticipate that happen. You go, wow, I didn't see that coming. What were some of those things that were involved in this?
I mean, something laughably bad happens every day, I feel like. It's tell you about starting a small business that, like, I remember our first pallet that was ever supposed to go out to distributors. I like hit a ridge driving the forklift and spilled the whole pallet. But like something that happens every day. So John and I built our brewery in Connecticut, and it was the first brewery in the time. Well, so we have the 2 breweries in Connecticut and San Diego, and they're the only 2 breweries in the country that do the only two facilities that do only non-alcoholic beer in the country. And so when we were getting ready to build that first building, we were trying to raise money without product in hand, just going to people being like, we have this idea for good non-alcoholic beer. Like, so there was no interest in the category and we didn't have product. And we have these incredible 60 angels that helped us get off the ground and support us. But that was definitely the hardest part.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're talking to Bill Shufelt. He is the co-founder of Athletic Brewing. Brother, I understand about what it is to raise money from an angel group and how hard that is and how many no's you have to hear and how, listen, you'd like a much bigger chunk and like to have a lot more runway, but you're pretty much begging everybody, keep us in business, keep us going. See, what's happened now though for you guys, and we've only got about 5 minutes left. I want to try the other beers, but the fact that you guys are now associated Athletic Brewing with big sporting events. Like, did I understand that you guys are now, I don't know if you're title sponsor, but you're working with Ironman. Is that right?
Yeah, we're the global official non-alcoholic beer of Ironman. So we'll be at the finish line of every race worldwide. And actually right here in San Diego, we're the title sponsor of the Oceanside Ironman. So that'll be the Athletic Brewing Ironman starting this year.
This is the Oceanside half Ironman?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've done that race. It's a great race.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I've done that race. I've done Ironman Kona. So, yeah, I mean, listen, getting done with an Ironman and going, give me a beer. I mean, I'd much rather have a non-alcoholic beer than, one with alcohol in it, especially if you just get done doing that kind of race. Are you an ultra marathon runner?
I am, but like, I'm not elite at all. I'm like a total sightseer out there.
Me too. I get it.
I love going for like a 2-hour run, even a 6-hour run. And I've done a bunch of ultras, but it's mainly to get away from my phone and just crush myself. Really. I would never sniff a podium for sure.
Give me a little bit of what ultra marathons have you done?
A bunch on the East Coast. So I do this Blimbler's Bluff every year in Connecticut. That's 50K. I've done that 3 times now. A lot of just like adventure stuff too with my brother. I've done the Pemmy Loop in New Hampshire a few times, the Presidential Traverse both directions in a day. And
you ever want to do Badwater?
I think that I'm a pretty big guy. That might be lethal.
Dude, you got to meet a buddy of mine here in town. He's won Badwater. This is the kind of guy that every year for his birthday gets up, goes out, 46-mile run. Next year, 47-mile run. No water, no nutrition, no phone, no nothing. Watch. And then he's like home by like 11 in the morning and like, yo, what'd you do? He's like, I ran 47 miles. So I'm like, get out of here. Dude did it. I mean, he ran from Santa Barbara to San Diego for a naval special warfare thing a couple of years ago, 250 miles, won Badwater, like I mentioned to you, came in second in Race Across America as a soloist cyclist. So, dude, I'm telling you,
sounds insane.
Oh no, he is insane. He is insane.
Your friend David Goggins?
No, not Goggins.
Some beer,
dude. Goggins learned from this guy. Wow. I promise you. Yeah, Bill Shufelt. So let's try a couple more of these beers. And yes, I will get him some of these beers. And you should go out for a run with this guy.
Cool.
What should we try next? Because again, I'm not an IPA drinker. Is there anything that's more in the lager family?
Cool. Yeah, so that Cerveza Atletica in your hand it's like a Mexican lager. It's a copper color lager. That's our summer seasonal. It's super refreshing. It's like a darker copper colored lager, just super easy drinking.
Oh yeah. I mean, see, you crush this.
Oh yeah.
Yo, what the hell?
It's like
dude? What in the hell? This doesn't have alcohol.
So super. Yeah, no alcohol.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you. The brewing team's incredible. And
oh man.
Yeah, some of the other stuff coming off our pilot system out here too. Our team's incredible, from double IPAs, like our brewing team's Tucker's IPA. We do gozes and sours too. So
bro, I'm so confused right now. I like in a good way. Like this is okay.
You know what I'm confused about?
It's really good.
I'm confused about Bill and all of his buddies at a bachelor party, and they're all giving Bill a hard time because he's drinking soda water. And now all of a sudden he shows up and he goes, yeah, no, I'm having a beer too. It's just that mine doesn't have alcohol in it. Like, your friends are okay with you drinking a non-alcoholic beer, but they're not okay with you drinking a non-alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, it's just about tasting good and feeling good. I mean, and thinking back to all the drinking occasions too, so many of my favorite beers were like just showing up at the bar and that first drink with your friends or the first drink with family. And it's about what that drink symbolizes rather than like the alcohol in it, you know?
Dude, this is awesome. This is really delicious. And congratulations to you, your partner, and to everybody who's working with you guys now. Athletic Brewing Company right here in San Diego. Bill, we got to do this again.
Cool. I was just going to say, we got to team up around some event and stuff like that. And yeah, we have tons of entries to some events. So we should look at
great idea, Bill.
I have a
great idea, Bill.
I know exactly what you're thinking. The decathlon, right?
The decathlon. These two guys have been trash talking each other the entire pandemic. And we're going to, once the world, some of us are vaccinated already. We are going to do a Kaplan and Crew decathlon between these two guys. We got to hit you up for that one, man.
That's right.
I love it. Yeah, we would definitely sponsor that.
Hey, Bill, great to be with you. Thank you very much, and congratulations on all your success.
Cool. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you having me on.
Cheers. Cheers, brother. Cheers.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Catch Kaplan and Crew Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. If you've listened to Scott Kaplan the last 20 years, you know one thing. He likes to stir up some A new generation of radio. The all-new and mightier 1090.
Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More as we celebrate the many accomplishments of women during Women's History Month.
Doing More, Sunday and Monday night on YurView. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives two at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives.
Thank you for interviewing with us. Tell me a little something about yourself. What are your greatest strengths?
Well, my differences are my strengths. Those of us with intellectual and developmental disabilities are highly motivated. We are creators. We are leaders and innovators. We are changing the face of work for the better, one customer at a time.
Thank you for sharing that with me. I'm confident that you would make an incredible addition to our team. It is time we start building a workforce that is diverse, inclusive, and equitable. A workforce that recognizes that our greatest strengths lie in our differences.
Join us at deliveringjobs.org.
And cut.
That's the wrap.
Kaplan and Crew tonight presents Sports in a Minute.
Things got a little testy Thursday night in the Suns-Clippers game. Last night marked the second time the Western Conference foes have matched up this season, and both games have had technical fouls, ejections, and plenty of smack talk. In the fourth quarter last night, Patrick Beverley was ejected for a flagrant foul on Suns' Chris Paul, and Marcus Morris Sr. was ejected late after picking up a pair of technical fouls. The Clippers got their third straight win, taking down the Suns 113-103. The Suns sit at second in the West, 2 games ahead of the Clippers. The Utah Jazz still sit atop the West. The Clippers now head to Houston to take on the Rockets tonight. The Padres are in Texas as well starting tonight. Joe Musgrove is slated to get the start in this first game of the weekend against the Rangers. In his last outing, Musgrove was solid, going 6 innings, allowing only 3 hits with no walks and 8 strikeouts. I'm Haley Stasiak. That's your Sports in a Minute. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Rich Eisen here, inviting you to catch my show, The Rich Eisen Show, on our flagship radio station, the mightier 1090. We're on every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. You'll like what you hear. If not, that's just, I guess, too bad.
A new generation of radio. The all-new and mightier 1090.
Are you living in an underserved community and facing adversity? Do you have a desire to start or grow your own business? San Diego State University's Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurial Studies, and community partners invite you to participate in our Community Bootcamp. The bootcamp provides intense, hands-on exposure to the fundamentals of launching and growing a successful venture. Register today at leadershipcentersw.org.
Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More as we celebrate the many accomplishments of women during Women's History Month.
Doing More, Sunday and Monday night on YurView. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives. Time now for Kaplan and Crew tonight's Community Connect.
Shelter to Soldier selects dogs from shelters and rescue groups all throughout California. Our ideal candidate at Shelter to Soldier is 8 months to a year and a half old. They're confident in different environments. They have strong social drive. Another motivator like food or toy drive. And ultimately, these are dogs that want to have a job and that have a greater purpose to become a service dog. Currently, about 85% of our dogs pass their service dog training. But if they don't pass, they become a career change. We don't like to use the word failure around here. So career change to an emotional support animal, or if that doesn't work out, then they career change to a pet dog. Still finding a loving placement and purpose in life.
We are in the hope business. What we do every day and what we've done for 40 years is to provide kids and families going through critical illnesses hope that tomorrow's going to be a better day. My favorite wish is the next one, because that is the power of our organization, is to bring hope to kids who are going through something right now, and hope can't wait. So people can get involved now by donating resources. They can donate in kind. They can donate their time as volunteers. They can donate dollars, because kids are still getting diagnosed with illnesses that qualify for Make-A-Wish every day. So people can visit us online at sandiego.wish.org. They can visit us and follow us on social media. There are so many ways to get connected, and people can help in many, many different ways. We need your support now more than ever, because illness doesn't take a vacation and it doesn't take a break because of COVID-19.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and their surrounding areas.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More as we celebrate the many accomplishments of women during Women's History Month.
Doing More, Sunday and Monday night on YurView. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.